Go ahead and start this week 7. Oh, the Pittsburgh Steelers, huh? This should be a pretty good game. Yeah, it should be a close contest. Having one, Pittsburgh Steelers having you know, one of the best defense in all of football. The steel curtains. You know, wow, they're like Super Bowl contenders, huh? Yeah, they always in the hunt for the Super Bowl. They don't play around, but we're gonna shut all that down in this game. We're gonna run right through these guys and run over with some of this mustard and run right through these guys. I see you got finally got you some new run plays, huh? Yeah, I'm gonna try to some of this offense and see how this goes. You know, try to run all over these guys. Wear them out a little bit. Oh, you got your little first down. Yeah, like I said, we're starting off pretty quick. Want to establish the run on this game. And, run right through these guys.
Touchdown!
Oh wow, touchdown! Yeah, he's wide open. Of course, MVP Wade. Throw a perfect spiral 50 yards down the field. Give us a little easy touchdown. And of course, old Martin Anderson gonna miss the extra point and all that nonsense. Oh wow, I guess we're gonna have to sit him on the bench, huh? If I could, I would go ahead and bench him, but like I said, I don't think we had any other field goal kickers anyway, so I guess we're pretty much stuck with old Martin Anderson. Wow, at least you're up 6-0. You're not gonna have to watch old Neil O'Donnell, huh? He was a pretty good quarterback, huh? Yeah, he was maybe slightly above average, but he wasn't all that, he was okay, He was on one of the best teams in football, Oh, here comes the old punt return, huh? Yeah, I don't care for these punt returns. Have you ever actually returned one for a touchdown? I don't know about on this Tecmo Bowl, but I've done it on the Super Tecmo Bowl on the NES. I used to do kick returns and punt returns. I did a lot of kick returns for a touchdown, but not too many punt returns. But I have done them a couple of times. It can be done, but on this Tecmo Bowl, I don't know. I don't feel like there's no chance whatsoever. Maybe I just, it could just be the Saints on this game. Maybe we had, some bad, punt coverage and all that nonsense, and fumbling the football all over the place and all that nonsense. Oh, Craig Lloyd, huh? He said he ain't having that. He's gonna bring this bring this all the way for a touchdown. Yeah, like you say, they had pretty good defense, good linebackers. Laying people out, and, all kind of stuff. They brought a lot of intimidation in these games, back in the day. Well, here comes the kickoff. Well, at least you held on to the football. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and make some changes, and, take old Mustard out. He keeps fumbling the ball, and like I said, I ain't got time for all that nonsense. See how we do. Change it up a little bit. There we go, getting a couple of yards. About 5 yards on that play. I don't understand why he's running so slow. I mean, he had to be a little bit quicker than that, huh? Yeah, it's just this Sega Genesis nonsense. I don't know, I guess when they imported this game or some nonsense and they forgot to put the speed on the game, and I don't know. I'm not too sure what they did. Like you said, that was a whole lot of nonsense. That's all I know. Like if you play the Super NES version, you can tell the game is so different. It's almost like they trademarked everything and just kind of fed Sega Genesis the little crumbs, and all that nonsense. Wow, you really think they were doing that kind of stuff? Well, oh, yeah, they trademarked the music and graphics and the speed and and like even Joe Montana wasn't even in these games. They had Joe Montana had his own football game with Sega, and he still couldn't be in Tecmo Bowl. And Tecmo Bowl was on the Sega Genesis, and they still didn't put Joe Montana in the game. Because he had his own game. He was like the Drew Brees back then. Just 10 times better. Well, I forgot old Joe Montana had his own football game. Oh yeah, when you win a couple of Super Bowls, like 4 Super Bowls, you get your own football game and all that stuff, and the Sports Talk Football, which was a pretty good football game. I really did enjoy those games. But like I said, Joe Montana, I think, was the only actual player in the game, if I'm not mistaken. And he couldn't even be in this game, which makes no sense because it's a Sega Genesis game. And, they could have done some better. I don't know. Wait, so Joe Montana had his own game on the Sega Genesis, right? And he couldn't be in the Tecmo Bowl game on the Sega Genesis? And that's what it looks like. It looks like he was just, licensed for his own game and all that nonsense and didn't even put him in this game, I don't know. It's a whole lot of nonsense and stuff like, wow, it seems to really be getting to that quarterback, huh? Oh yeah, I'm putting that pressure on him, and I'm just running right through that line, and laying these guys, putting these guys on the ground. Like I said, I ain't got time for all this nonsense. Force them to punt the ball, and hopefully they kick it to the end zone, so I can just kind of do a touchback, all that nonsense, so I don't give up a touchdown. Do you think they'll ever make another Tecmo Bowl on the PlayStation 5? I don't know. That's all up to Tecmo, I guess. And like I say, they'll probably do, and they'll have all the teams, but they will have different names and all that stuff. Oh wow, that interception. Oh jeez. Wilson throwing interceptions and all that nonsense. There we go, a little incomplete pass. Hopefully we can go ahead and make them go 3 and out, and we'll go ahead and get that football back. And then we're gonna run right through these guys. Wow, he really overthrew the ball. Yeah, that's what Neil O'Donnell used to do, overthrow the ball a little bit, take sacks and stuff and do all kind of nonsense, throw interceptions in the Super Bowl, and that was just, how Neil O'Donnell played, Yeah, Neil O'Donnell, they made it to the Super Bowl with Neil O'Donnell? Oh, yeah, they made it, and then Neil O'Donnell was throwing all kind of pick six in the Super Bowl and interceptions and fumbling the ball and getting sacked all over the place. Like they didn't even want to win that game. Oh, wow. You think he might have just, didn't want to win and just, well, I'm not going to get into all that, but yeah, that's kind of like what happened. You got 1 second left? Yeah, that's what it looks like. I'm going ahead and kick this field goal, put some points on the board. Oh, jeez. Wow, they don't block very long, huh? Yeah, I took too long to kick the ball because I was trying to get the arrow pointing and, and all that nonsense. And, that's all right. We'll go ahead. We're going to go ahead and shut these guys down and we'll get the football back and score another little touchdown and You know, like I said, we're gonna run away. We're gonna run away with this scope, with this game. We're gonna run the score up on these guys. What come you always picking like Sam Mills? Is he like the best player on the team? Well, I don't know. He just seems to like run the fastest, and you know, he just makes stuff happen. You know, like I say, look at that. Wow, that was some pretty good defense, huh? Yeah, he should have intercepted the ball, but you know, he wasn't known for like, you know, he was known for like putting people on the ground. That's what, you know, Sam Mills was known for. Wow, you really like held them to, you know, 3 and out, huh? Yeah, like it's like, get that stuff out of here. I got time for this nonsense. So that's why I like old Sam Mills. You know, go ahead and knock that ball out, and take the ball and take it into the end zone, and you know. That's the way it should be. Like Sam Mills ain't got time for all this nonsense. Go ahead and block that punt, you know, recover the fumble, and then, you know, turn it into 7 more points. Like you say, he ain't got time to be playing around with these Pittsburgh Steelers. And, you know, little Cinderella team, you know, and all that nonsense. Wow, you seem like not be a big fan of the old Pittsburgh Steelers, huh? No, not really. I mean, you know, that was a time I kind of liked them a little bit, but, you know, there we go. Put that, you know, put him on the ground. We didn't get, like I said, we got things to do. We got to move on to the next game and run right through these Pittsburgh Steelers. Oh, there we go. Nice little interception by Sam. You know, look at that. Sam Mills blocking punts, getting interceptions, fumble recoveries, returning for a touchdown. Like, that's what I'm talking. Like, see, that's an MVP player right there on defense. Now I'm gonna have to figure out how to get this run game going. Might have to, like, I don't know, see if I can get Sam Mills on offense or something. There we go, get a little completion, a little first down, a little something. First and 10. Oh, jeez. Wow, they just like came right up there and up the middle, huh? A little blitz. Yeah, my line just not holding up, you know. But that's all right. We're gonna go ahead. We're gonna make this work. Get a little completion. Nah, jeez. What come you guys keep fumbling the football? I don't know. Them guys, you know, just can't hold on to the ball. There we go, a little touchdown, a little something. Oh, Wade Wilson kind of like having a game, huh? He's playing pretty good against these Pittsburgh defense, huh? Yeah, you know, making him look like you know, like a Drew Brees, you know, breaking records and all kind of stuff, and you know, soon he'll be like a, you know, be one of those corporate guys, you know. Oh, here we go. Got you a little sack, huh? Yeah, putting them on the ground. Like you said, we're going to run right through these guys, you know. We're going to run right through there and run through the season. Win to go to the playoffs. And next day, you know, we're going to be winning that Super Bowl and all that nonsense. Like I said, we're going undefeated this season. We ain't got time for all this nonsense. Well, I wonder if anybody ever won a Super Bowl with the New Orleans Saints on Tecmo Bowl. I'm sure somebody has, but you know, most people, I'm sure, you know, probably won this with the 49ers and the Chicago Bears and, you know, them kind of teams like that, you know, the Buffalo Bills, you know. But, you know, I don't know about these New Orleans Saints, you know. You ever played like the high impact football game where they, you know, was doing the fighting and all that stuff? Yeah, I played that. That was a fun little game, you know. I played that in the Mutant League football. Those were fun little games, you know. kind of enjoyed them for what they were, you know. I wish they would have made more of them, but I don't know. I guess people prefer the licensed football games and and all that nonsense. I miss those kind of games, the football league, the mutant football league, and actually it had to be pretty popular because they had some cartoons. They had a cartoon about it, so people did like it. I just don't understand why they only made the one little football game, and all that nonsense. They should make one right now. Go ahead and that's the only kind of game that could probably compete with old the Madden football and all that stuff and all that nonsense. I wonder why we don't get another little Mutant League football. They with the graphics of the PlayStation 6 and the Xbox 7, they could really make a pretty good football game with all kind of blood and gore and foots falling off and arms coming apart and players exploding and all kind of stuff, right? Yeah, that would be a fun football game, but I used to like falling through the little, falling off the field, and it was like you was playing in space or something, and the players used to kind of fall off the field, and that was a good little football game. I really enjoyed the old Mutant League football. They really need to bring that back. Somebody needs to make that game. Somebody needs to tweet that on Twitter, kind of get a little trend going, and a little petition going for the old Mutant League football. We need some football, like some old school, and some old classic Tecmo Bowl. I ain't talking about that weak PS3 version they had. I'm talking about like a real good Tecmo Bowl. If not, just bring back the old Super NES version or the one on the Nintendo and just kind of, just upgrade the little roster a little bit, You ever used to play like the ESPN 2K5? You said you like to play the online? Did you ever play that game online? Oh yeah, I used to I used to run through people on that game online. I actually had a little undefeated streak going. I was like 60-0 on that game. Wow, 60-0? Yeah, I used to run right through people on that game, and I kind of stopped playing it because, people kept quitting, and like I said, I ain't had time for all that nonsense. You play like a quarter of the game, and because they're down by 2 scores, they quit, and if you pretty good at the game, you probably could come back and win if you're good. There are games where I fell behind by 3 scores, and I still came back and won. You still had 2 quarters to go. You get a touchdown, a little interception, and boom, you're right back in the game, But a lot of them games, them guys quit right after the first quarter. They were down by 10 points or something. They gave up on, I think that was about 50% of my wins, I won 60 games, so, and I think about 30 of them games, them guys quit on me, So I didn't really I didn't see the point in playing that game no more. Wow, you were really that good at the 2K5? Oh yeah, I felt like I was the best on that game, to be honest with you. I was really shutting people down on that game. And I just kind of got better. And when people quit, you automatically got the W. Because they quit on the game. So, but like I say, it wasn't really fun to me. It's like, okay, I got a W for this, and after a while, I say 60-0, but I was probably more like 25-0 or something like that. Because I know I didn't play it online a whole lot. I kind of I think I was like 25-0, and then. Like I said, about 15 of those games, they quit. People quit. And, I was just done with that game online. I'll play franchise mode and stuff like that. Oh, really? I really enjoyed the franchise mode. I really had a good time playing that game. I almost made the playoffs, but I kept playing, though. I still had fun playing the game. Yeah, I was really good at that game. I used to like really, dominate on that 2K5. I wish they'd put Tecmo Bowl online. I think this will be fun. I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that are experts at Tecmo Bowl, and we'll test them. We'll go on here and test them out on that. Wow, you just kind of ran right through these Steelers, huh? Yeah, this wasn't even a game. 41-7. I was like, ran right through them guys. Gonna go on ahead and make play next week's. Run right through this season.